Have you ever opened your closet, reached for a favorite dress, and wondered why it doesn't feel as flattering as it once did? Many women over 60 face this moment without realizing that the problem isn't their age, their body, or even their confidence. It's the dress itself. Some styles, though comfortable or familiar, quietly add years, hide your best features, and prevent you from shining the way you deserve. That's why today's video is all about uncovering the worst dresses mature women over 60 keep wearing. These aren't just random fashion faux pas, they're common habits, rooted in comfort, routine, or old rules we were told to follow decades ago. By the end of this video, you'll not only know what to avoid, but you'll also gain inspiration to replace these outdated choices with modern, flattering options that truly celebrate your personality and life experience. Fashion for mature women isn't about trying to look 20 again. It's about confidence, elegance, and expressing who you are today. When you understand how certain dress styles unintentionally age you or make you feel invisible, you gain the freedom to choose pieces that actually highlight your vibrancy and timeless beauty. So if you've ever felt stuck in a style rut, or if you're curious about why some dresses never seem to look quite right anymore, this video was made for you. Stay with me, because each section will reveal a specific type of dress that works against you and show you exactly what to wear instead. And now, let's begin with the first style mistake that continues to appear in wardrobes everywhere: dresses that are far too oversized. Oversized, boxy dresses. One of the most common mistakes women over 60 make is reaching for dresses that are oversized or boxy in shape. At first glance, it feels like the safest choice: loose fabrics, wide cuts, and plenty of room to move. Comfort is a priority at this stage in life, and that's perfectly understandable. But here's the truth: these tent-like dresses don't do justice to your figure. Instead of providing ease, they often erase your shape entirely, making you appear heavier or older than you really are. Think about Linda, a 62-year-old retiree who loved her collection of oversized tunic dresses. She wore them everywhere because they felt forgiving. But when she looked back at her vacation photos, she noticed something unsettling. Rather than looking relaxed and stylish, she appeared weighed down, as though the fabric was wearing her, not the other way around. Her friends gently pointed out that the dresses were hiding her lovely waistline and giving the impression of poor posture. The problem with oversized boxy dresses is that they lack structure. As we mature, our bodies change, and while it may feel tempting to disguise these changes under layers of fabric, the result is often the opposite of what we want. Instead of looking slimmer, we look shapeless. Instead of looking effortless, we look untidy. And for many women, that leads to feeling invisible. So, what's the solution? You don't need to sacrifice comfort to look polished. Opt for dresses that skim the body without clinging too tightly. A-line cuts are universally flattering, offering space while still defining your silhouette. Wrap dresses are another powerful option, gently highlighting the waist and creating natural curves. Even a well-tailored shift dress can provide balance between comfort and style, proving that you can move with ease while still looking intentional. Fashion for mature women is about embracing your current self, not erasing it. By choosing dresses that honor your natural shape, you create a look that feels confident, elegant, and ageless. And if oversized dresses can unintentionally hide your beauty, the next style mistake takes things in the opposite direction: overly busy floral prints that make your look feel outdated. Outdated tiny floral dresses. Florals are a classic staple in women's fashion, but not all floral prints are created equal. One of the most persistent style traps for mature women is clinging to outdated tiny floral patterns. You know the ones: overly busy, micro-printed, multicolored florals that may have looked sweet in the 80s but now tend to drain energy from your entire outfit. For many women over 60, these dresses feel like a safe nod to femininity. But in reality, these small-scale prints can unintentionally make you look dated, frumpy, or even a bit lost in the crowd. Instead of enhancing your natural beauty, they overwhelm it. The eye doesn't know where to land, and the overall effect can be more old-fashioned wallpaper than timeless elegance. Let's take Margaret, 66, as an example. She always had a soft spot for her dainty floral midi dresses. But when her granddaughter casually said, "Grandma, you look like my kindergarten teacher," it hit her. She realized that what she thought was vintage charm was actually sending the wrong message. She swapped those busy florals for bold, graphic blooms in soft, neutral tones, and the change was stunning. Her posture looked stronger, her skin looked brighter. Most importantly, she felt more like herself again. The key here is proportion and palette. Larger, more intentional floral prints can still convey grace and femininity, just without the visual clutter. Stick to prints with breathing room, where each element feels deliberate. Soft pastels or rich jewel tones on a clean background can do wonders for your overall appearance. And remember, fashion for mature women should feel fresh, not faded. You want your clothes to reflect your vitality, not your past decades. Choosing updated prints shows the world that you're still evolving and enjoying it. So next time you're browsing the racks or online stores, look for florals that feel modern, sophisticated, and intentional. Skip the ditzy prints and say yes to patterns that elevate your presence. Now that we've tackled prints, let's talk about something that weighs down far too many outfits, literally and visually. Up next, long dark dresses that hide more than they help. Floor-length dark dresses. There's something undeniably elegant about a long flowing dress, especially in black or deep navy. It feels formal, dramatic, and sophisticated. But when it comes to everyday wear for women over 60, floor-length dark dresses can do more harm than good. Many mature women turn to these dresses because they seem safe. Dark colors are slimming, right? Long lengths feel appropriate. And there's a certain comfort in knowing you're covered. But in reality, long, heavy dresses in dark tones often swallow your frame, dragging down your posture and energy. Instead of elegance, the result can be overwhelming and even aging. Let's revisit Margaret, 67, who wore a black ankle-length dress to her daughter's wedding rehearsal dinner. She had chosen it because she didn't want to stand out too much. But looking back at photos, she noticed that not only did she fade into the background, but the dress also seemed to add 10 pounds and 10 years. Her shoulders appeared hunched, and the rich detailing on her face, hair, and accessories was lost in the sea of black. What works better? Elegant dresses for older women don't have to be long to feel refined. A midi-length dress, stopping just below the knee or mid-calf, offers structure and movement without overwhelming your figure. Choosing lighter, richer tones, like plum, forest green, or even dusty rose, can soften your look and bring warmth to your skin tone. And here's a detail most women overlook: movement. A stiff, heavy floor-length dress hangs lifelessly, while a dress with gentle drape and a slight flare creates a graceful silhouette. Try dresses with side slits or high-low hems to add visual interest and ease of movement. You're not hiding, so your clothes shouldn't either. Dressing in a way that honors your presence is a form of self-respect. And when you let go of the idea that darker and longer always equals better, you open the door to more expressive, flattering choices. But dark fabric isn't the only culprit. Sometimes it's the feel of the dress, the material itself, that makes or breaks your look. Coming up, why the wrong fabrics can betray your entire outfit. Cheap, shiny, wrinkle-prone fabrics. Have you ever slipped on a dress that looked beautiful on the hanger, only to find it clings in the wrong places, shines too much under natural light, or looks tired after just one wear? The fabric you choose is just as important as the style or cut, especially for women over 60. Many low-cost dresses are made from synthetic materials like polyester or low-grade satin. These fabrics may look sleek in product photos, but in real life, they often tell a different story. They can reflect light in unflattering ways, emphasize fine lines or skin texture, and lose shape quickly. Worse yet, wrinkle-prone materials can make even the most put-together woman look like she just rolled out of bed. Take the case of Diane, 65, who bought a bright satin dress for a friend's retirement party. The dress looked festive and youthful at first glance, but under the party lights, it turned into a mirror, highlighting every crease and drawing attention away from her radiant face. She spent half the night adjusting the fabric, worrying if it looked cheap in photos. So, what should you look for instead? The best fabrics for women over 60 are those that offer structure, breathability, and a subtle elegance. Think cotton blends, high-quality linen, silk mix fabrics, and soft matte jersey. These materials move with your body, flatter your silhouette, and reflect just enough light to add glow, not glare. Texture also matters. A soft crepe or light ponte knit can offer just enough body to smooth over curves without clinging. Natural fibers tend to be more forgiving, both in terms of appearance and how they feel against your skin. They also wrinkle less noticeably and age far better than shiny synthetics. Investing in quality fabrics isn't about being fancy. It's about honoring the way you move through the world. A well-chosen fabric elevates your entire look and helps you feel more like yourself, even on casual days. Of course, even a dress made from the perfect fabric can fall flat if it's buried in too many unnecessary details. Up next, why over-the-top ruffles and lace might be doing your style more harm than good. Too many ruffles and lace. There's a fine line between romantic and overwhelming, and for many mature women, that line gets crossed with dresses overloaded with ruffles, lace, and frilly trims. While these details may seem feminine and soft, too much of them can quickly feel excessive, even costume-like. Many women over 60 gravitate toward these designs because they seem dressy or appropriate for special occasions. But instead of adding charm, excessive embellishments often compete with your natural beauty. Layers of lace, puffy sleeves, and cascading ruffles can draw attention away from your face and silhouette, creating visual noise that overwhelms rather than enhances. Let's look at Karen, age 61. She used to adore her floral lace dresses with tiered ruffles, until she noticed in photos that they aged her rather than adding elegance. At her niece's graduation, she wore a dusty blue sheath dress with clean lines and minimal detail. The result? Compliments poured in. People said she looked chic, modern, and confident, and most importantly, she felt like herself. No distractions, no fuss. The truth is, chic dresses for mature women rely more on quality tailoring and thoughtful design than on frills. Subtle details like a delicate lace panel, a small ruffle at the sleeve, or a soft drape across the neckline can add interest without taking over the whole look. Less is truly more when it comes to achieving timeless sophistication. When choosing a dress, ask yourself, is this design highlighting my personality or hiding it behind decoration? Your clothes should support your presence, not compete with it. And when in doubt, go for structure, simplicity, and softness. A well-fitting dress with elegant seams and just a touch of texture will always outshine layers of unnecessary detail. It's not about avoiding femininity, it's about redefining it in a way that matches your confidence, clarity, and current lifestyle. After all, your style should reflect who you are now, not who you were decades ago. And that brings us to one of the most common, yet quietly damaging habits in mature women's wardrobes, holding on to outdated dresses from the past. Let's explore why wearing the same old for too long can quietly age your entire image. Outdated, overworn dresses from decades ago. We all have that one dress, the one we've worn for years that feels like a second skin. It might remind us of a time when we felt especially beautiful, accomplished, or comfortable. But here's the honest truth. Sometimes the dresses we keep for sentimental reasons are the very pieces that quietly hold us back. Fashion isn't just about clothing, it's about identity. And when we cling to outdated, overworn styles from decades ago, we unintentionally send a message that we've stopped evolving. The hemline, the fabric, the shoulder pads, the colors, these details can instantly date an outfit, and in turn, date the woman wearing it. Consider Sandra, 68, who still loved the deep burgundy dress she wore to her retirement party 12 years ago. It had a boxy fit, a stiff collar, and large gold buttons, very stylish at the time. But when she wore it again to a recent gathering, she noticed puzzled glances. A close friend finally said, "That dress reminds me of the early 2000s." That gentle comment sparked a turning point. Sandra decided it was time to refresh, not erase, her style. Knowing how to update style after 60 doesn't mean throwing everything out. It means being intentional. Keep what still works, and let go of pieces that no longer reflect who you are today. Look for updated classics. A well-cut shift dress, a wrap silhouette in a modern print, or a structured midi in a rich tone. These options feel current without trying too hard, and they let your personality shine through. Don't underestimate the power of small updates. A modern belt, a statement necklace, a pair of sleek low heels can breathe new life into an old favorite, or elevate a new piece instantly. The key is to avoid dressing like a memory. Dress like the woman you are now, wise, elegant, full of life, and ready to keep growing. And while letting go of old dresses can feel emotional, it's also liberating. Because when your outer image matches your inner evolution, you walk taller, smile wider, and feel more you than ever. Now that we've uncovered the most common dress mistakes, let's take a moment to reflect and discover the big picture takeaways that will help you feel stylish, confident, and truly timeless. Conclusion: embrace the new you with confidence. As we've seen, the dresses we choose can either uplift us or unintentionally weigh us down. From oversized, shapeless cuts to overly fussy prints and fabrics, each mistake we've explored today is something many mature women fall into out of habit, not intention. But here's the empowering truth. Your style doesn't have to stay stuck in the past. In fact, this stage of life can be your most expressive, confident, and stylish era yet. With just a few thoughtful shifts, you can go from looking dated to feeling radiant. Choosing well-fitted silhouettes, breathable quality fabrics, and designs that reflect who you are now allows you to look elegant without sacrificing comfort. Fashion tips for women over 60 aren't about following trends. They're about finding what honors your experience, your body, and your energy. You deserve to feel seen, celebrated, and absolutely fabulous every time you get dressed. And remember, updating your wardrobe isn't about erasing the past. It's about evolving with it. Every piece you wear should tell the world, "This is who I am now, and I love it." If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. What fashion habits have you outgrown? Which tips will you try first? For more inspiration, check out our playlist on Style After 60, including elegant outfit ideas, timeless accessories, and haircuts that flatter at every age. You're not invisible, you're just getting started. Let your wardrobe reflect that.